Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and I am back with another Airship Nights video, and you know that I'm loving this game. Now I made a whole lot of progress, so mostly what I've been doing is I have been grinding so that we could get our guild online. Our guild is called RageKingdom, as you may have expected, and we've got a couple of people who have joined the guild already. Now, I kind of wish that I could have put a password on here. I guess I could have made it invite only, but in the last game that didn't really work out. I don't know what to do, you know, but I do hope that you'll come and join us. We can interact with each other. We get our little guild commendations. I'm not sure what those are actually called, but we can spend those in the lab to contribute towards whatever mission we want to complete. And as our guild levels up, we get more things that we can use, and they give us attack speed bonuses, penetration, extra diamonds. So pretty cool stuff there, and you are going to want to rush over and join the guild as soon as possible if that's something that you want to be a part of, because there are very limited spaces and there's really not a lot I can do about that. I do have some interest in playing a second account, but the amount of time that I have available is not all that much. Maybe we're not ready to fight this guy. Dang. Now I ran into a glitch when I was upgrading my engine. Not in this run through, but a previous one. And I was trillions of scrap in debt, and I don't know how, but I got a whole bunch of mana from, I think it just glitched out and kept upgrading even though there weren't resources to do it. Not something I was trying to do, but that appears to be a glitch that exists. So while we were doing our guild and getting it unlocked and trying to feel all good about ourselves, we got a ton of diamonds. And with those diamonds, I did a bunch of summons, and I recorded all of those summons, but you know what? I'm not sure that you would want to watch all of that. It's a lot of summons, and I'm not sure how I would edit it together to make it the most thrilling thing, especially if you're not already into the game. So instead, I'm going to show you what I got. I got a copy of Albie, which let me go up to 4-star, so she's my only 4-star so far. I got a bunch of good 3-stars. And Suwol is apparently, according to this chat in the middle of my screen, basically a totally broken character who's wildly overpowered. I think that's because at his 5-star promotion, he gets a thing that makes him invincible for 3 hits after a kill. Now, I'm not totally sure how that actually works, but I think in PvP, where you're fighting against other people's teams, that's going to end up being really strong, and unfortunately it sounds a little too familiar for those of us who are coming from the other game that I post on this channel, Bloodline. One thing I was having a hard time with was getting 3-star champions to be in my backline here for my ranged attacks and my support, but we finally got that all solved, and boy do I think that we got lucky. I accidentally clicked on one of the banners when I was trying to click record on OBS, and it's summoned, and I just happened to get the banner unit, and he's actually quite good. Now, he doesn't have as much base attack as a regular attack character would, but his percentage of damage on this attack is pretty solid, and also, he gives a random ally attack up 3 times when he does his special attack. Now, I'm not sure if that means that can stack on the same person, but it kind of sounds like it could. But it's a random ally that gets the buff. And then he also has an increase to the critical rate of nearby fire attribute allies by 30%. Bro, that could be huge. Now, I'm not sure exactly what they mean by nearby. Hopefully they just mean on the same team. Maybe they mean in the back row. Could be either. And then he also can mark a target, which makes everybody else try to attack the same target. At least that's what I'm assuming that it will do. So I think that was a pretty solid pickup, especially since we also got Miranda, whose critical damage is already increased by 20% just by existing. She has a chance to negatively affect the enemy with many different kinds of status ailments, which we'll go over in a different video. And then she has the show must go on, which my understanding of what this is saying is that every 3rd attack she's going to get to do her skill. And her skill makes her just do massive damage to one person. And she has quite a bit of power, so that's going to hit real hard, especially with the 20% increased crit damage. And if I can get copies of, now, Fabian or Fabian, it says both of them in this game. I think that's just a translation thing. It happens. So rolling into all of that is the weapon for our champion, which increases the crit rate of all fire type knights. However, I have heard people say that the gear that you equip to your actual captain is glitched right now and not working. So I don't know what they're gonna do about that, but hopefully they'll be doing something. But we do still increase our critical rate by 10% on him, so that still makes Miranda a really solid addition to our team. We were also able to upgrade Ramses from a 2-star to a 3-star, which gives him the bonus of having his crit damage increased, although he's not a fire type, so that's not quite as good. And we got a ton of copies of 1 and 2-star champions, so a lot of our 1-star champions are already up to 2-star, which is great. I think some people might be saving those copies to do conversions to upgrade other champions a little bit faster, and I think that's definitely a strategy that people are going to employ. I don't know if it's the one that I would personally go for, but then again, I'm a content creator and I want to be able to use as many of these people as possible. So we have quite the stable of 3-star champions right now. I'm feeling pretty lucky with that, but really where this takes off is when you can get your promotions going and you can unlock more skills that makes your people just crazy better than if you don't have them, to the point where, with a few exceptions, I think that using your highest star people is usually going to be pretty much the best way to go. And of course, once we really get up there, then we can awaken our people and then they just look awesome. God, I can't wait to do that. That's going to be great. So I know I have a lot to cover here, and if you appreciate all the extra effort and off-camera time that I put into this video, then go ahead and reward me with a like. I would love that. And thank you in advance for doing that. So we also unlocked all of our crafting areas, which we're going to go more in depth on in the next video. I'm thinking I should be able to get tier 2 crafting unlocked. And we also were able to unlock our Temple of Thelma, which maybe we did in the last video. Hard to recall, it's all a blur at this point. That made our captain into a 3-star, and in order to promote him again, we need to win 3 more rounds, which we may actually be able to do. So maybe we should just go for it, you know? Look at this beautiful team. I'm not sure if it matters where your tankers actually lay, but I feel like having them, like, this seems like the front to me, so I'm putting her over there. They are 8,000 power, we are 10,000, so this one is going to be something of a joke, but then I have to win 2 more, and that's where I don't think that I'm gonna quite make it, but, you know, miracles happen, and we're gonna try to make that happen right on screen for you now. Oh boy, this one's 11,000. I think we are truly screwed. They are level 80 and 90. Whoa! We're crushing! Whoa! Alright, I am happily surprised. Now maybe, even if this is a close battle, maybe we'll be able to bring it out. Even though they got like considerably more power, maybe we'll be able to pull this out. Ooh, it hurts. Ooh, it hurts! Stop hurting me so much! Come on, I believe! I believe in you! Oh, most of my damage dealers are gone. That is not great. But you know what? That's okay, because I want to show you a neat little trick here. One thing that this game is very generous with is letting you watch ads so that you can get a considerable amount of power. So what we can do here is we can go to our voyage log, and in our voyage log we can claim all of this extra stuff that we already have loaded in, or we can click generate, and that lets us watch an ad to give us 2 hours of this kind of progress, which gives us stuff that we can just level up our dudes with. So if we click generate, you can see I've done that 1 time already. You can also spend one of these spyglass things, and I don't have any of those, so I'm not gonna bother with that, but you know, I'm gonna cut back when this ad's done. And just like that, with little to no effort, we got ourselves 80,000 magicite. Also, when you watch ads, you fill up this stamp book, and when you get to 20 of them, they give you 500 gems. I don't think that's exactly worth going out of your way for, but stuff like this can be really nice in a pinch. So having gear seems to be very important, and I have 2 very good pieces of gear for Rashid, so I'm gonna go ahead and level him up and hope that he can carry me to victory a little bit. And for those of you that are wondering, in our little trial that we're working on here, I don't think that anything that you level up in this particular section was going to apply to that. I think it only applies on the main stages here. So here we go. If we don't get it this time, that's fine. We'll just come back another day and see if we can make it happen. But, you know, we were kind of close there. We just needed to get a couple of key kills and we would have had to win. So, doing a little better here. Rashid, get a big attack off, buddy. Oh, he died. He died. That's not great. Man, they are like a very highly defensive team too. But we were close. We were close. We just gotta keep grinding a little harder and getting a little more power. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what the game is about. So I'm back off to the grindstone. And for now, I want to thank you for watching the video. I have been RagePanda1, and I will see you in the next one.